Leo's Legion, week 8, record setting week 8. Tell you what, record set by Edmonton, record set by BC. Game, little boring, 27 nothing. I was hoping for a lot more. A way bigger score than 27. But hey, let's toss it around now. Leo's Legion, football fans, 3 down bros, Greg, Arthur, Roland here for episode 7, week 8 in the CFL. And as I said in the opening, a record-setting week 8. Edmonton finally did it. 21 straight home games without a win. But BC's record, a lot more attractive looking. 2 shutouts over the same team in the same season. 27 nothing, not bad. But I was bored. I was hoping for like 50. This team couldn't score on you before. They can't score on you now. But hey, why did those first few drives stop, install, and become a field goal? I wanted touchdowns. I wanted points. I wanted fireworks. Bury them. Entertain me. What do you guys think?
Well, you said it, Greg. I mean, last week I predicted a few things, right? I predicted 5 sacks and 2 touchdowns in the air and 1 touchdown on the ground. We got the 2 touchdowns in the air. We didn't get the one in the ground, but the 5 sacks I predicted for BC, not for Edmonton. Edmonton got 5 sacks.
Yeah, not for BC. You got them against BC.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah, that's a little concerning against the bottom of the barrel team. Makes me a little nervous going into this week coming up against Winnipeg with Jeff Coat and Jefferson, Big Hill, and those boys. They've had a rest. They're going to be angry. But you know what? Right now, we're looking at Edmonton. I looked at the power rankings on a website, and Edmonton was ranked actually number 10. The potential expansion team was ranked even higher. Now, with that being said, we only got 27 points. And those 27 points, I got to say, in my opinion, some were gifted. In fact, most were gifted. The 1 touchdown we got, the first one to McInnes, bonehead call on the Edmonton defense or special teams, whatever, gave us a new set of downs. Yes, we walked down and scored. But why weren't those first 2 drives touchdowns? Dane Evans came out on fire. 8 of 8. Didn't play that way against Saskatchewan, but hey, he was cold. But 8 of 8, moving that ball at will, and then stop. Mr. White comes in, kicks a field goal. Second drive, same thing. Field goal. I wanted touchdowns. Roland, you predicted 3. I was hoping for 8. Okay, no, let's be realistic. 7. And a couple
7. Oh.
I was looking for 50. How many times did I ask for 50 when we played Edmonton last year?
Yeah.
Right? 50 would have been nice. I'm telling you.
But
that's
was
me,
with,
Johnny Six-Pack fan. 50.
that was with Nathan Rourke as the quarterback.
Fair enough. But still,
We went from
start the game. Come on.
We went from Nathan Rourke to Vernon Adams Jr. to Dane Evans. I think, all due respect to the last 2 gentlemen, they aren't Nathan Rourke.
No, they're not. But they're still professional. They're still good quarterbacks. Dane Evans has been to 2 Grey Cups. He has moved that Hamilton offense. He's got a great set of receivers that he's worked with. We saw the Arrow Up episode, Lion Kings, part 1 and 2. Evans was working with him. Evans is a smart guy. Game manager compared to Vernon Adams. I get it. But I still wanted 50. I was bored. There are no fans in the stands. There's no noise. And the fans that were there wearing paper bags over their heads. Yeah. I wanted 50.
Yeah, I noticed that. Actually, I think, from looking at the game, I think BC didn't even go to the silent count. They didn't.
They didn't have to.
So that was pretty sad.
Yeah.
Oh, Greg, they won by 27 points. What do you want? They won by 27 points. This is an ultimate trap game.
Yes.
They're on the road.
We talked about that, yes.
The next game is in Winnipeg. They're on the road. Edmonton can set the record. Don't you? This is it all lined up for a Lions loss. It's like Lions are cruising, except for a little stub of the toe against Toronto. 6 interceptions, all that. But they're cruising. And, it's easy to overlook Edmonton. Looking forward to Winnipeg. You're on the road. And, crazy things happen. Crazy things have happened against the Lions in Commonwealth over the decades. Crazy calls and all that stuff. So I was like, it wasn't a for sure win, although like the power rankings and the disparity in the power rankings. And then they didn't take the opposition lightly, and they won by 27. So to me, all things considered, like if Edmonton was like a 3-3 team, it's a little different. And and then they're stumbling along, but this had a possibility to be a colossal loss for BC. And you know what? They're professional. They managed the game. Edmonton didn't have a sniff to score. The game was in hand. They just have to manage the game, not give any momentum. So I would say, yes, they got to clean some things up and on execution on offense. And then on the protection, for sure, they gave up too many sacks.
Five too many.
Five too many.
Yeah.
But they won by 27. What do you want? What do you want to win by 50?
Yes, I did. I want to win by 50.
So will you prefer BC 50, Edmonton 14? Or do you prefer 27-0?
Well, I think I would have preferred right now, as you asked me, 54-14 or 50-14, only because I would have preferred to have seen perfect execution. I would have preferred to have seen perfect pass protection. I would have preferred to have seen 50 points. They've teased me 2 games last year with Nathan Rourke. They teased me. I mean, we only got 22 last time at home with big play VA behind center. Only 22. And again, all field goals except for, I think, 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
What's the problem? You've got this team figured out. They're not getting a sniff of, I don't think they even got near the red zone. In fact, the 1 touchdown they did score was called that because of whatever rough incomplete pass unlucky.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this team is down and out. Yes, killer instinct. You step on them. But you should be making sure you clean everything up. This is a great game to do so because you got a sense of what they're going to do in the first few series. Dane Evans came out 8 for 8. And then they hit a wall and they kick a 40-yard field goal? And then he comes out again. And some sacks, and I don't know. Edmonton's front 3, I think they got a sack with only rushing 3. We'll look at that later on in our episode. This is only Edmonton that are rushing 3. I shudder to think, and maybe I'm looking ahead, but hey, I'm allowed to do that because, hey, I'm a fan. If anyone wants to hire me as a coach, I'm available. But anyway, that's another story. As a fan, I was hoping to see perfection. And I was hoping to see those elk dead and buried. All due respect, Mom. I know you're watching this one. But those elk, if they're going to be that bad, then let them know they're that bad. Cornelius' body language that whole game let them know they're that bad.
All right, Greg.
So,
my rebuttal, there was perfect execution defensively. And you know what wins in the playoffs.
Yes, my favorite position, that's defense.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sorry, I waited a whole week to watch a football game. I couldn't watch this football game with my 3 down bros because I had a prior commitment. So when I finally got to watch it, I'm like, only 5 more points than the last time you played them. That's a field goal and a safety, I think, or a field goal and 2 rouges. That's all they were able to better themselves since playing this team in week 2.
Yeah.
I was disappointed. I wanted fireworks. I wanted Roland's 3 touchdowns plus more. I would have been happy. Okay, look, you know what? I'll step back even. I would have been happy with 35 or 40. But 27 just seemed so pedestrian to me. Just game manageable.
Backup quarterback, no rhymes. Backup quarterback, no rhymes. Okay? Offensively. And they didn't have to force the ball.
No,
Evans
they
ate
did not.
the ball. He didn't want to throw it up. Like, he didn't want to throw into 50-50, throw any kind of 50-50 balls. Maybe Edmonton gets an interception, give him some momentum, give him some instant field position, and then they're going to score points. So he rather just eat the ball and they punt it away.
Yeah. So you think, Arthur, you think that was the game plan? The game plan was to play conservative.
Well, again, let them beat you. Don't beat yourself.
Which Edmonton did a thorough job of themselves. Again,
so you let Edmonton beat themselves, but you don't give them any free field position, any free giveaways. So you just protect the ball, play hard, and save your playbook for a game that matters.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
It's a long season, buddy.
I hear what you're saying.
We're a third of the way through, and I'm sorry, it was boring. It was boring. I don't know. I would just like to see my home team take the boots to somebody. Yeah, they took the boots to win. See, 30-6, that's only 3 more points than they scored against Edmonton this week, right? But that 30 was a lot more entertaining than this 27. And okay, no rhymes, fine. But you got Holland, you got Hatcher, you got Lucky, you got McInnes.
Yeah, even Katoy.
And my favorite guy right now, you got Katoy. I mean, I love watching him run over some guys. But okay, no rhymes, that's fine. But you still got those 5, and you got Smoke coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted more. Does that make me greedy? Yes. But I wanted more.
I hear you, Greg. Because I feel the same too. I thought we're a lot better team. The differential between our skill set as a team compared to Edmonton is bigger than what the scoreboard is showing. So I hear you. But just a quick segue, if you're watching this and you're wondering, Greg's mom is a diehard Edmonton fan, and maybe Greg will have her.
1954.
We'll have her come in and join the call maybe one of these episodes. But yeah, I hear what Greg is saying in the sense that we're better than this. Our offense, definitely, Arthur, you're right. Our defense, did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
But our offense felt like it didn't show up. And maybe you're right, Arthur. I think maybe it's probably a good plan to play defensively and not allow Edmonton to gain any momentum. But as a fan, I wanted to see more too. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if there's Nathan Work was at quarterback, they'd score 54. You have your backup quarterback,
who's a proven.
He's a veteran. He's a veteran.
Did you watch the CFL last year, Greg?
Last year, yeah, he had some things going on. I'll give him that. He had some things going on.
So I mean, all things considered, where he was last year to where he is now, he had a good game.
Oh, he had a great game, and I was happy for him. I was happy to watch that start. But and you know what? I could go back to that game and watch it over and over and over. And other than the offensive line looking confused, dazed and confused, I think that's a movie too. I mean, we're going to bring that in. Other than the old line looking dazed and confused on
better than Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that too. But there's only 2 guys in there. But other than them looking a little out of sync, out of place. I mean, offense, it was neat, it was tidy. But I will borrow brother Roland's line. It just left me wanting more. It felt like they didn't show up. But if you watch them, they showed up. They showed up clean. They showed up neat, tidy. Execution on most of it was good. And Dane's stats were decent. I won't say they were a little bit better to me than game management pedestrian. But I just wanted more.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of, Chris Jones being on that other sideline. I don't know. But I wanted more. I wanted them to take the boots of them so bad that it makes him change that quarterback, that it makes him do something. But maybe that's not Chris Jones' style. I don't know. I mean, he's bought the farm on Cornelius.
No, you don't want them to change that quarterback. The quarterback wasn't doing anything.
I know, but
why would you want him to change the quarterback?
Because I wanted to just. I mean, okay, our defense played great. Shut them out. Yeah. But I think I saw one blog somewhere, one post. hey, congrats BC, you shut out a high school team. You know, I'm almost willing to agree with that poster.
Yeah.
Is that what you call them online? Posters?
Poster. Yeah.
Posting people?
Yeah.
Poster. Anyway, I almost wanted to agree with that. So maybe you bring in Trey Ford, because I'm hurting for that guy. I mean, he played not bad when he did get his debut, but I think maybe, and this is probably for another episode, another high-level thought, but I'm wondering if I could throw this out to you guys. Is Chris Evans from Marvel Mind, is Chris Jones so Americanized that by golly, no matter what an American quarterback's going to be, and I'm going to stick with the American quarterback until he learns the game, and then by then he'll be lights out? Right? I don't know. And I mean,
they invested so much into Cornelius. They invested like all of last year, even the year before. And I think he's got the size.
Yep.
For an NFL quarterback.
Yep.
And he's got the speed for the CFL game. The question is, can he read and react and make accurate throws?
And don't forget, he's got the arm strength. He's got a cannon for an arm, you say.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think he's got that X factor that Rourke has. That X factor, I will even say VA has it. But I mean, maybe it's been honed over a few years. But I'm sure you got two other guys, like, give them a shot. And yeah, maybe they catch fire. Maybe they put some motivation, inspiration into that team, and they go down and score. But then at least our defense would have to just step up even that much more, because right now, I like the way our defense is playing. I love the nickname, the Donut Boys. I mean, hey. But I would like to have seen maybe a change in quarterback just to see that defense be able to adjust, because if you want to be a top tier defense, you got to be able to adjust, and they didn't have to adjust. Cornelius, like you said, didn't threaten them. And again, I wanted more. Johnny Six-Pack fan here wanted more.
Yeah.
And only because I wanted Roland's prediction to come true.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at some of the stats. Net offense, even though it felt like a very pedestrian, boring game, net offense was 425 yards for BC.
Wow.
219 for Edmonton. Passing, we have 330 passing yards against 187 for Edmonton. Rushing, we have 119 versus 45 for Edmonton. And Arthur was just saying before this episode started that their running back is actually third in terms of the CFL stats, right?
I think it was Morrow was third. Morrow was third, not Kevin Brown.
Oh, okay.
Morrow was third.
Yeah. So it was pedestrian, but we got pretty good stats. Time of possession was 35 minutes for us, 22 for Edmonton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that as my 50-point spread. I'll take that. I'm gonna have to hang my hat on that.
Yeah.
That right there. You look at TOP, that's domination.
Yeah. But the sacks, 5 sacks, that was quite painful. All right, let's segue. Let's take a look at some plays. So tonight we have a few categories. I have a big offensive plays and big defensive plays. So we'll go through that, get your thoughts on that, and then some offensive plays that potentially might need improvement, and also some defensive plays, and then we'll go through all 5 sacks against BC. And
we have to.
We'll tear that apart.
Before we get into that, Roland, if I could just throw this out, because I mean we're working our way up here and getting this podcast going. I want to throw something out to the fans that have been good enough and kind enough to subscribe, follow, and all of that stuff. I want to throw this question out to you, the fans, the Leo's Legion that are watching us, that see us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and everything else. What was that net offense? 287 for Edmonton?
187.
187. And what was his passing yardage?
Passing was 187. Net offense was 219.
Okay. If our defense is as good as the committee of they say they are, and I mean, hey, they've got the nickname, we saw it in the after game, the Donut Boys. Yeah, they shut Edmonton out. They're a good defense. Ryan Phillips has been... I think they got that little segment, great plays. He's been the best defensive coordinator 6 of the 8 weeks he's been nominated, that they've been tracking that kind of stuff. but 287 yards. That's 13 yards short of 300.
219. 219.
219. Okay, sorry. Is 187 was the passing, right?
Yes.
If we're a dominant defense and he's that bad at quarterback, does 187 seem a little high to you, Leo's Legion, to the fans out there? Please comment on any one of our social media and let us know what you think. Is 187 a little high for Taylor Cornelius, right?
Yes.
Against our ball hawks. I mean, we got a couple picks. That's great. But 187 feels a little high to me, and 200 plus yards when we should have just pounded them into the dirt defensively, that seems a little high to me too. But hey, that's my opinion. Please, Leo Legion, let me know what you think.
All right.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay, no, awesome. So you heard it from Greg. Let us know what you think.
He had a 54-yard pass to Mitchell.
Yeah, that was.
If you take that one away, and that wasn't kind of, well,
it wasn't.
At what point
time.
is it garbage time, Greg? At what point? At what score is it garbage time?
That was with 4 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, I mean it's like what, 24-0.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you want to play to get out of there healthy. I get it. Right. I mean, again, that to me is more of a trap game. It's not the loss that scares me. It's those injuries that scare me, because you take the game lightly. You don't play as intense. You get hurt. Right.
Yeah.
Managing a game tends to make me think subconsciously you're going to take it lightly because you're just managing. But you know what? That's a different discussion. Take the 54-yard away. That drops that total down to, what, 160? That, to me, is fine. But I'm just saying, on the stats alone...
Well, passing yards is 187.
87, yeah. So that puts it down to 130, and then rushing, they weren't that great. But I don't know. That just when I heard that number, when Roland was rattling that off, it just struck me as, well, if they're so bad and they couldn't score... I mean, yeah, they didn't score, but I don't know. I'm thinking maybe only like 100 yards passing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the CFL. I mean, you get 5, 6, 10-yard outs. It's a great thing. But
he threw the ball 30 times. Cornelius.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So
I mean,
it was
and like the average was like 6.2 yards per pass, and that's with a 57-yard pass.
Yeah.
That boosts
I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, you can't prevent checkdowns, right?
Nope. You take away their big guys. You take away Dunbar. You take away more. I get it. But I just want to hear from the fans. I just want to hear your opinion, Leo's Legion, 3DB followers, 3DB subscribers, if you think that yardage seems high.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Okay, you heard it from Greg. Let us know. Okay, let's take a look at some plays. So this first one here.
And who else out there wanted 50? Okay, sorry.
First, so some strong offensive plays, some that I picked up. So this first one here is a 55-yard pass to Hollins. So that was beautiful.
That was awesome. Dropped it in a bucket.
That was towards the end of the first quarter, but that resulted in a field goal. We didn't get a touchdown, but that was a good pass. Yeah.
I wanted more. That could have been the start of 50.
Yeah, so that was Hollins. Next one I have here is a 21-yard pass to Hatcher. So this was near the beginning of the second quarter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice arm strength, confident throw, part of his 8 for 8.
Yeah. Then next one here, middle of the second quarter, another 20-yard pass to Hatcher. Hatcher seemed to be Evan's favorite target this game.
Definitely.
Next one I have here is a 15-yard rush by Mitzel. This one looked. It was nice to have Mitzel back. I mean, Shivers was pretty good when Mitzel was out, but somehow Mitzel seems more dominant. I don't know. That's the feeling I got.
Well, I think in some of the post-practice interviews that his biggest box that gets ticked over Shivers is his pass catching ability out of that backfield, and he seems to pick up blocking just a smidge more. I think he could still improve on his block.
Yeah, definitely.
His pass protection, but again.
Yeah. So next one here I have is the touchdown pass, Evans to McInnes, 23 yards.
Another question to our Leo's Legion out there, the 3DB followers. Was that not one of the ugliest spirals you've ever seen in your life? When they showed that reverse angle replay, I'm like, oh my Lord. I mean, it's a good thing McInnes is tall. He caught the ball on each point. No receiver catches it like that, right?
Yeah, it's wobbling quite a bit. You can see it.
He throws on the run to his right. Yeah, that's where his dominant arm is. But he didn't plant, right? He threw mid-stride.
No. Yeah.
But look at McInnes.
But I mean, that is, a welcome target at 6'5". What is he, 6'4"? Is he 6'5"? I think Katoy's 6'5".
I think he's 6'6".
Well,
Even taller.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because, he caught that ball at the highs. Those DBs didn't have a shot.
Yeah. So beautiful. So that's the first touchdown. 5 minutes left.
Great body control on McInnes, too. Going up there to catch a wobbler, number one, and then securing it up there. Not bringing it down to secure it where it can be stripped away or knocked away. He secured it up there. That was the one thing I noticed on the replay.
Yeah.
It was locked here.
I don't have the angle here. There's another angle that shows him coming down, and he was still holding the ball, and he was able to hang on to it as he hit the ground there. So we can't see it in this angle, but yeah, good job. I remember telling Arthur at this time, good job that he secured the ball.
A lot of quarterbacks can throw a perfect spiral, but you got to get to the right spot.
Yeah.
Getting the right spot's more important than perfect spiral.
True.
Yep.
My opinion.
True.
Still is 27-0 being good enough score.
And then our one other touchdown was Evans to Mitchell, 23 yards again. This was
that a rope or was that a rope, Arthur? That looked pretty laser-like, pretty Nathan work-like from the angle on the TV.
See, he's in the pocket. He's set, right? He's not on the move, and that's a better throw.
Yeah, from that angle when I was watching it, I'm thinking that's tight. But then again, they showed the replay, the route. He had a little bit of separation, I think, right?
A little bit, yeah. He had to slow down here. He had to kind of slow down to get to the ball. The ball
was protected, like he had the body position.
Yeah.
Could that DB have got in there with an arm? It's easy to say, yeah, he could have, but no, he couldn't because he caught it. But I don't know. Like from this angle, it looks like he could have got an arm in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was beat, right? He was beat. He closed in because Mitchell let up.
Yeah, Mitchell had
he
to
met
slow
the
down.
ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe if the ball was thrown a little bit further, Mitchell didn't have to let up.
Slightly underthrown, but Mitchell adjusted.
Yeah, but the DB didn't know where the ball was or when it was coming.
Because he was beat like 2 or 3 yards, and he closed, but by then.
Yeah, I think TSN thought in the replay they said that DB thought Mitchell was going to do it flat out, and then it was just kind of an extra step, almost a double move, not quite, and then he lost him.
Yeah.
And then Mitchell got the inside position.
Yeah. But hey, Greg, you got the good spiral here. The spiral looks good.
No, I want to give all the credit to McInnes for locking that catch in. That was because all receivers catch it with your hands, secured into the body, right?
Yeah.
No, that was secure. There's no way anyone's ripping that out of his hands.
Yeah. All right, so that was the second touchdown. No more touchdowns after this, but we still had a couple of good passes. Next one here is a 22-yarder to Hatcher. Arthur, you have the player stats, right? What was Hatcher's passing yards for this game? Because he seemed to be targeted a lot.
Is it 100?
It doesn't say. I'm looking. Give me a second here. Receiving, Hatcher 5 for 87.
Okay.
Along with 22.
Okay, so just 5, huh? How many attempts?
Just 5.
Does it show attempts?
Lucky had 6 for 54. Holland's 5 for 94.
Oh,
that's your top 3.
Wow. I felt like Hatcher had more, but I guess Lucky had more.
He had a lot of second down, when a second down, when they needed a first down.
Yeah.
Looks like Hatcher was targeted.
All right. Okay, then last offensive play. There was probably a few more, but these were the ones that I have. Another rush. This was a 19-yarder by Mitzel.
Yeah, I'm thinking Edmonton T's a little gassed by this point in the game, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a minute and 27 left. Their defense has been on the field for quite a long time.
That's right.
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, did every offensive series Edmonton have? Was it a 2-and-out?
No, I mean they had a few first downs.
Yeah, they had. Yeah, we
had
a number of first
4
downs.
and 4, I believe. Yeah, they had 4 rush, 4 pass, and 4 by penalties.
Okay.
Yeah. Second downs attempts, 18 second down attempts, and 5 were made.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, BC's was 25 second down attempts and 13 made. So, about half of our second downs we made, while Edmonton was less than a third.
And were half of those second downs made due to Edmonton penalties?
Yeah.
Well, I mean there's 6 first downs from penalties that Lions received.
Yeah, and were the PI. Like,
One was a stupid face masking on Lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky was
Oh,
going
that
down.
was-
He was surrounded. He was going down, and then that guy just ripped
His helmet off.
the helmet off using the face mask.
Yeah, and none too inconspicuous either. I mean, that was
Yeah.
you know.
And the ref was right
Yeah.
there, so.
That
Yeah,
was
and again,
ridiculous.
I'm looking at that and going again, trap game. I mean, Lucky's head hit that. It was ground into that turf. I'm thinking, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't need Lucky going out with a concussion after just coming back.
Yeah. All right. So next set of plays I have is the big play, defensive plays. So the first one here is a sack by Rugamba. So it's our only sack of the evening. So I've got the main angle here. That flag.
After being held too.
Yeah, that flag was against Edmonton. I have a replay here too. So let's take a look at the replay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Cornelius could have broken. I mean, Cornelius is big enough. That was a good open field tackle by Rugamba.
It was, yeah. So we loaded up the line here. Actually, I'll bring it back here, see if we can show that. I don't know how many times we did it in this game, but we rushed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. See, 7 guys rushing in. And they managed to contain most of our guys on the right side of their line. But Rugamba just blew past. This was a receiver that was trying to block.
Well, they
them.
had 7 pass protection.
Yeah, they got the 5 linemen. They have the running back. And then
And a receiver.
A receiver comes in, but Rugamba makes a good move on him and gets through. But the if it wasn't for Rugamba, Edmonton got all these guys contained.
But look how many holding there, Greg. How many times? Look at all those outside the box, right? Outside
Yeah.
the box, right? I mean,
Outside
you
the
can
plane of the
clearly
shoulder.
see. You can clearly see 2.
Yeah, I can see Toronto. I'm sorry. Holding. Take that, CFL, head office of
Like,
officiating.
why would and after a while, Cornelius is not going to beat you. Why would you blitz?
Because we need some sacks.
Yeah, we need some sacks.
Well, no, I mean he's not gonna he's gonna you cover. He's gonna check it down and he's gonna punt.
No, because we needed to have 5 sacks for Roland's prediction. And we need to have some 5 sacks for entertainment value.
Yeah.
I mean, if the quarterback's in rhythm and you want to and he's in a rhythm, yeah, you blitz and you try to throw him off his rhythm. But they had no rhythm.
Okay.
No, they had rhythm. Cornelius had rhythm. 2,
What?
punt.
Yeah, he had no
Punt.
offensive rhythm. Why would you blitz? Then you give him a chance to go. You're man to man in coverage, and then he can break
but
a
you
big
gotta
play.
feed the dog once in a while. I mean, those guys want to get in there and get a sack. You gotta feed it once in a while. Come on.
So do you think that the defense rather have a shutout or 5 sacks?
Both.
I think they'd rather have a shutout.
I think so.
They'd rather be a donut boy, but come on, I mean,
Oh, you know it. They want to have that is very rare, very
Yeah.
rare to happen.
they didn't. I mean, Edmonton didn't even get a rouge, and I think we talked about it after that last game. So, and I remember TSN saying Brett Boyko on the other. I don't know who the tackle is on the other side of the Edmonton's line, the right tackle, but they said they're charged with keeping Menard and Betts at bay, and I think they did not a bad job.
Yeah, they did. But actually,
Unfortunately, they couldn't, score points for
they
Edmonton.
could have scored. They had a 48-yarder field goal that was short. So, 48 yards.
I mean, Cornelius did throw the ball 30 times. And like Kevin Brown had 5 carries, Shannon Brooks had 1 carry, and Cornelius ran 5 times. They were just throwing the ball. And most of the time they were checking down. So like like when the kitchen got a little too hot for Cornelius, he just dumped it off. He checked it down. You're not gonna get sacks if the quarterback just like, oh, I'm checking it down.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Then how did Edmonton get 5 on us? Because we didn't check it down? We just held the ball?
Yeah, they didn't want Evans is a couple. I think it was a couple of cover issues, or protection issues, and then Evans didn't want to throw it. He hesitated a little bit, and he should have got rid of it, but he didn't want to give them like any kind of momentum.
Yeah. Well, we'll see that.
No, but checkdowns aren't going to give Edmonton momentum. They still give you a bit better field position. But
he just maybe maybe the check down was covered. Like Edmonton was, maybe Edmonton was doing that. I have to see the plays, right? Yeah. I mean, I think Roland's going to get to it. So
yeah, but I think was it this play? I don't remember now, but was it this play where they were showing that Cornelius had no check down. All the receivers were long, and he had no check down.
I mean, he has two. He has two. 7 in protection.
Yeah.
So I mean, and he's 8.
Yeah. So it might have been this play.
How many more can you have on the field? Legally, right, guys?
Ask Saskatchewan.
Yeah. All right. So,
only when they're trying to, block a field goal, right?
Okay, next play, Lacombo with an interception.
This is a third down gamble, right? 3rd and 10?
Yeah, 3rd and 10. So I've got a replay here too.
Whoa, he had a wide open receiver right in the middle of the field.
Yeah, that's what TSN was saying.
Yeah.
And he throws into triple coverage almost.
Exactly.
From that angle, it looks like triple. Yeah, look at it. That dude's wide open. He could have got the first down.
Open, yeah.
I don't know. He's 3.5 yards downfield. He needs to make 10, and then all the linebackers are like 10, 12 yards downfield. Once that ball is checked down, they're all running.
Yeah, true.
Vector.
I don't know if
I
don't know if he's gonna make it.
Yeah. He could catch the ball, but he may not make the first down.
He's got to go 6-7 yards. And then there's like the linebacker's only 3 yards off of that. And there's like only one receiver there. No, I don't know. I don't like his chances of making it.
But hindsight being what it is, I mean, you give it to the wide open guy, maybe he breaks it. Maybe he's got a better chance than the interception.
They've been checking down all game. And then they've been punting. They haven't gotten anything. So he's like, okay, I'm going to throw it downfield. I'm going to try to make something happen. And this is what happened.
Yeah.
Made something happen, all right?
Well, you got to take chances. I mean, again, you're at this point, what? They're down 24 to nothing? Might as well. Like.
Yeah. So that was with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Next play, 3 minutes left. We have another interception, this time by Gary Peters.
That was great anticipation.
Yeah, that was nice.
Why didn't he stay on his feet? Why didn't he stay on his feet?
That's because he's a DB versus a receiver?
Yeah.
Well, he accelerated to get the interception, and then he, maybe lost his footing.
Yeah. But yeah, still good interception regardless. All right. So the next set of plays here is some maybe not so good offensive plays. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. So first one is an incomplete two-hatcher. This was in the end zone.
Play action.
Yeah, it's good coverage.
Yeah, well covered. Well covered.
He didn't have very many other options, did he? No.
No.
Yeah. Could the ball have been placed better?
Yeah, it's a little behind him.
Yeah. Like if the ball was kind of aimed somewhere here.
Yeah, maybe leads them in. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was on 1st and goal. So an incomplete, and then the next play, 2nd and goal, was another incomplete. So this one now is targeting Lucky. Now you'll notice here that Lucky was asking
because he
for-
was held. He was
Yeah.
actually braking, and then he got slowed up.
He was asking for
He
a
was
challenge.
he was held in that.
Asking for a challenge.
Asking for a
How
challenge.
many did they rush there? 6?
If you go back, you'll see he was held.
And Katoy's looking for a flag too. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they were rushing 6.
Oh, AC Leonard got. Oh no, he wasn't. Okay.
Is he lucky? He had separation. The guy held him right there, and Lucky couldn't get it. Now,
And Katoy's also saying, "Hey, what's going on?"
yeah, because you can see it. Like Lucky had separation right there. In the hand to hand,
Yep.
or shoulder.
Yeah. But he
Maybe luck.
right
Is it catchable ball? Or doesn't care? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
PI's PI.
Yeah. But he called for, but Campbell didn't throw the flag. Instead, he throws the flag later on a play that probably was marginal, and we lose the
Yeah.
challenge.
I agree with you.
So, yeah.
But Edmonton was getting away with a lot of holding with their secondary, and then he got burned.
Yeah.
They got burned with it.
Well, I'm not sure, but I believe all the DBs are first-year DBs with Edmonton.
Yeah, I think they put Purifoy as a linebacker now.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. So anyway, so that's that. Next play was another incomplete to Whitehead. Actually, this one made me nervous when it first. So this one was the apparent fumble and a return for a touchdown.
Yeah, but I think they really did not have complete control of the ball.
There's Evans trying to make a last-ditch effort.
Yeah, can you imagine if he blows a knee, he pops an elbow? That would have been bad.
But yeah, on replay it was clear, and this was reviewed by automatic review by the command center.
Catch. Yeah, it's so like as he went like that. Yeah. I mean, I think they got it right.
Yeah, I think so too. Because
Even though they miss all those holding calls when the Argonauts play, they got it right.
yeah,
I thought the command center was going to give it to them, give them the pick 6,
Just out of
just so
sheer
they
mercy.
so they can at least not get shut out again. I was fully expecting them to Edmonton touchdown, but
yeah, because the ball was caught here, so he has control here, but he hasn't secured it.
yeah.
And then when he goes to try to secure it, then it comes out.
It's still kind of loose. Yeah, it hasn't really secured and taken a step with a controlled ball.
Yeah. So the Edmonton fans weren't happy with that because it looks like he has 2 hands on it, and it was only when he was trying to tuck it that it came out.
I think Edmonton's fans knew this was the best chance to get points.
All right. So the next set of plays I have here is some on the defense, so where we could have played better. This one is a roughing the passer on our favorite guy, Mr. Matthew Bett.
Monsieur Betts.
Little hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a
He didn't ride him down.
No, but he extended the arms. That's an intentional push. If he just kind of went in like that, maybe not a call.
Let's see this.
Yeah.
Let's see the push.
So the ball's gone here.
I think it's a shove.
The ball's gone. He comes up.
One hand.
2, 3.
One hand and a shoulder.
No, one hand and one. The
And
other
a
one was
shoulder.
tucked in. It's like this, and he went like this. Look
No.
his hand.
Yeah,
No,
but
watch. Let it go, rope. Then he extends.
and the shoulder. The shoulder. He hits him
Well,
with the shoulder.
it's more his right shoulder and his left hand.
Yeah.
And he didn't wrap up. He didn't push him down. He didn't drive him
He
down.
just drove him up a little bit, and then no, that's
Well, 'cause
I mean,
he's-
it's marginal.
He's
It's marginal,
off.
but
He's off balance. He just threw the ball. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm all for protecting quarterbacks, but this Cornelius is kind of off balance and throws it.
Yeah. But Betts could have let up here,
yep.
but he didn't let up. He followed through, right? So I think that's what the ref's calling. But I can understand he's frustrated. He hasn't had a sack all game, and then he's being held here, right? He's being held. So
Is that a hold?
Him and
Is that a
Boyko
hold,
They
Greg?
had a few discussions,
yeah,
Is that a hold?
yeah, that's right across his
Yeah.
body.
and he's being pulled down. But then Boyko's been around for a while, that he probably knows the right moment to let it go.
Yeah. So I can feel his frustration.
I mean, how? I mean, this is slow mo, but what's the? Yeah. Yeah, it's roughing pass or whatever.
yeah.
I don't mind it. I mean, it wasn't
I mean,
like
if we
he
have to
grabbed him.
nitpick, we have to find something wrong the defense did. Yes, Betts could have let up there just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Next play.
football's a man's game, Greg.
Yeah.
It's not like
Not arguing.
it's not like baseball, you know.
But maybe the refs were just as bored as I was. Maybe the refs wanted 50.
I dozed off. I was like asking, like, where did they get the single? I totally dozed off. I think I
Yeah.
can't even remember the single.
Yeah.
Like, what? They got a single?
Yeah,
What?
he did. Long punt.
Well, I mean, I'm glad it wasn't us that Edmonton broke their win streak, or their winless streak against. I'd rather it be some other team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't want to be that first team that they break out against.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right. Next one is a Cornelius pass to a 31-yard pass. This was in near the end of the second quarter, so right before halftime. Yeah. So this guy was open, pretty open.
Linebacker drops. Just put it up over the drop. The linebackers. Yeah.
It was a nice throw, but I think they sent Moji on a safety blitz. No,
Someone came late.
Yeah. Is
And
that?
I think that's Moji
like, yeah.
right there on the 25, almost getting through too.
Yeah. And Cornelius took a hit
look at
there.
that.
Right, he took a hit.
He hit him, but
Yeah.
Got that, now that's that arm strength that they're talking about Cornelius having.
Yeah. So, what could have prevented this pass? Because the receiver seemed pretty wide open.
Not blitzing. You got TJ Lee playing in Moje's spot, I think.
Well, I mean, we got five
Cover
guys,
two?
5 guys here, 6 guys against 3 receivers.
Well, Cornelius found a perfect spot.
Yeah. All right.
Is that Lacumbo that it's just over top of Lacumbo? I mean,
yeah, that's a
Yep.
good pass. It's a good pass.
Yeah.
while being hit or having someone in his face, I'll give him that.
Someone in his face.
Yeah. All right. So next play here is an interception by TJ Lee, but it was negated by Edwards Cooper taking a penalty.
Illegal contact, I think, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, was there a hold or something?
Yeah. So it was
Defensive holding or
It's on the
something.
replay here.
Right there.
Yeah, right here.
There.
So,
Right at the 40.
right here. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's too bad, because otherwise TJ Lee would have had an interception too. Okay. And then one more play. This is a 54-yard pass, Cornelius to Mitchell.
That's when you talked about earlier, right, Arthur?
Yeah.
Take that away.
Yeah, it's in the fourth quarter.
4 minutes left. And
24 to nothing, man. That's like four scores, Greg.
Yeah.
Except no, 4 scores. And maybe a hold there. Yeah. I mean, I think Cooper bit on maybe he was gonna go, do a curl or an in, and then Cooper kind of bit.
Yeah.
On the first move.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, right here.
Because they were going short most of the night, and then I guess you know what, you're up down 27-0. I guess now you're like gonna start taking chances.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have taken chances earlier.
Yeah. So they got beat there, 54 yards. All right. So now the painful part of the evening, the 5 sacks on BC. So we're gonna dissect each one. Because Arthur, you're saying some of these are, Evans holding on to it too long, right?
I think Evans hung on to them a bit too long. Let's see.
But choosing to hang on to it too long.
Yeah.
He didn't want to throw it up. I mean, hey, they saw what happened with VA against Toronto, right? He's just trying to make something happen, not take the sack.
Yeah.
And then that was the issue he had with Hamilton last year, right? He was a bit too erratic. He turned the ball over too much. So he's trying to clean that up.
Yeah, he was near the top, if not leading the league in interceptions at one point last year, right?
Yeah. And he had a lot of fumbles too. So again, he's just trying to do too much. And then in this system, if there's not it, you can't throw it away, just eat it.
Okay. Let's see. All right.
I believe it had Mizell in there on pass protection too.
Yeah.
He looked a little confused.
So.
Well, I mean.
So they were.
How many they send? 1, 2, 3, 1,
6.
Yeah, but this guy's wide, coming in wide open on a stunt.
Yeah, 30.
AC Leonard.
Yeah. So it comes in. Yeah, untouched. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's like 4 guys that had a crack at him.
So this one is not him holding on too long. He just never had a chance, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 came. Oh boy.
So he's dropping back. He finishes his drop, and like, boom, and he's probably what? It's pre-snap read.
Yeah.
Gets the ball. He goes back. So he has like a certain cadence, right? Yeah, a certain process where he sets up, looks at his primary read. He's probably just, we gotta run the play. See in real time, hopefully, right? We can see
the right guard actually pulls to block someone.
Wow, here left a bit of a hole, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a bit.
So
just a bit. They overloaded the left.
Yeah. So, I mean,
two guys are coming in on straight, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think he pulled and they covered his hole, but now look at Broxton. Broxton was beat pretty quick. Yeah, Broxton was beat clean.
At what point do you think he realized he's gonna get hit? He's gonna get sacked.
Well, he's not yet.
He's back.
Yeah,
right
first
here.
read.
I think
maybe second read here, and then he's like, oh.
He can't even
could have thrown away.
For him to step up to plant.
I mean,
he could have thrown away, but then it's tough, right?
Yeah, there's 2 guys.
He probably went through his second read, and now he's like, okay, how do I run? How do I get out of here? Maybe he thought he could run it out.
No, not on that one. You don't. But... Yeah, I mean, you look like just from a quick glance, that old line, it's sealed up there. 1, 2, 3, man on man, hat on hat on hat. But then it just gets confusing over on our screen right. They just Mizell's over there with, I think, Broxton.
Mm-hmm.
Here on these 2 guys. So this the right guard here, and this is the running back, right?
Oh, is that guard there? Okay, that's not Broxton. That's the guard that is that the guard that
pulls?
Okay.
And they seem to have covered their, it's a breakdown.
That's Mackey and pass protection.
Breakdown. And then our right tackle here, you know, he lets the inside guy go, goes for the outside guy, and misses him, and both of them get through.
Yep. And Mackey whiffing on AC Leonard.
So then basically 2 guys going in free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this sack.
He's like, oh, well, can I run? Oh, it's collapsing. Oh, okay.
5 guys meeting in the backfield. Look at that. 5 guys meeting there.
Exactly. I don't know. That's.
I think.
And what's sad is Mazelle's got his back to his block. Broxton's got his back to his block, watching him run in on the. Oh boy, that's
Yeah. So this is.
I'm not sure if that's scheme or just execution of skill. Like, you know.
A breakdown on the offensive line. They got to fix that, right? Because
and this is slow-mo, right? This is not real-time speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how many seconds is that. So
here, we'll run it.
Three and a half seconds?
3 seconds.
Right?
Yeah, that one, maybe that's O-line. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
Or it was a blitz, the stunt.
The fact,
I mean, could he have thrown it away after a second read? He could have maybe thrown it away, but...
Yeah, because you see Chung bail out, and then the Couture slides over, covers that hole, and then they all just kind of slide over, which left a massive gap, which is what 45. He was back first game after injury. Their middle linebacker, and here he comes, and now look at the hole he's got to run between that pulling guard and Broxton, who now leaves that double team to go after that guy coming in, and then Broxton leaves his guy who goes in.
Yeah, a breakdown in quite a few places, right? They
So how many guys are rushing? 6 or 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because there's another one out there on the receiver. There's Purifoy there but just after that, I think he's rushing in there. He's by the receiver already.
Yeah. So they're.
But if you look at Broxton, he leaves that guy to pick up. I think that's 95.
Broxton is.
No, Broxton's 68. He's behind the pole.
Okay. So you're talking about the left guard? This guy?
Left tackle.
Oh, left tackle. So this guy, yeah.
Okay, so Broxton does take that guy. Let it go. Yeah, and then he sees 45, so he leaves that guy, slides over to 45, and then now he's in no man's land because now he's not trusting the guys beside him because now he's whipped on 95, and then he's going to 45, and that just...
He releases 95, right? He takes 95 here, and then he releases. So 95 gets through. So,
all right, Greg. Coach time. The other team is rushing 7. What are you supposed to do?
I was the guy with my coaching experience. I'd be rushing that 7. So as an offensive coach, I'd throw
You hit their hot route.
if the time, but I don't think there was a hot route.
There was 7 guys in the box, and they're all going.
But I don't think he had time to see the hot route.
Yeah.
And I think maybe, again, like you said, he decided to swallow the ball.
Is this Cotoy here?
No, I think that's Mazzell, isn't it? No, that's Cotoy.
That's Cotoy, yeah. Normally Cotoy is the escape route, right? But Cotoy's...
I think he stayed in the block.
Yeah, he did. So...
And then the guy got by him, or did that guy get by him while Cotoy was blocked? I can't, because the screen got cut off. Did that guy get by Cotoy, or is that somebody else while Cotoy's blocking? No, I think he got by him.
Cotoy chips him and then runs his route. Okay, so...
And gets picked up by Purifoy.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So he's looking towards Cotoy maybe, or whatever receiver was on that side of the field besides Cotoy, and then I don't think he's got time to hit a hot route now.
Yeah, because there's these 2 guys right on his face. So
or maybe his hot route didn't run a good pattern, or maybe it was well covered.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, again, I think that one is a borderline, whether it's protection or Evans holding on to him.
And you got to give let's give Edmonton's D some credit. I mean, they were tied with Winnipeg in that game, right? And I mean, I think because the offense is so inept, Edmonton, the D gets tired. But let's give the D a little bit of credit here for Edmonton.
Well, this was early. This was early
Mom,
on.
I'm
too,
giving
right?
Edmonton some credit, Mom.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The thing is early too, so.
Yeah. All right. So first sack, second. Let's take a look at the next sack. Run this full speed.
Oh, I remember this one. Yep.
Yeah. So here,
And did he have somebody open up on that right sideline?
Hard to say. Hard to see in this replay.
Or maybe he decided I'm going to tuck it and run, and then just
yeah, I
couldn't
think
run.
I thought he decided to step up to step up into the pocket.
Oh, Broxton looked pretty bad on that one too. Broxton had a not so great a game this time.
Yeah. So,
But again, he's still not called for holding, but that's fine. He could have held the guy there, but then that would put you a 10-yard penalty. So,
yeah. But the bad thing about this is just a 3-man rush. A 3-man
Yep.
rush and they get a sack. So we got the left tackle against one guy here, and we got 4 guys against 2 Edmonton guys. And at this point, it's still so Evans. He doesn't see 41, but for whatever reason, this looks pretty blocked here, right?
yep, looks protected.
But for whatever reason, he decides he wants to step up. If he didn't step up, he might have had a few extra seconds.
Well, he almost looks like maybe he thought he had a second to run, because I mean, if he sees out of his peripheral now,
you
right
think
now,
he was gonna
41
run?
looks blocked. So
Yeah.
maybe I can sneak through there and get some yardage.
Yeah, exactly.
But then Broxton kind of whiffed.
Well, it's hard when the quarterback steps up because, the left tackle is protecting this area here, right?
Then the left guard should have came over. It's like 3-on-1 in the middle,
Four,
right?
four, four on
The
two.
left guard
Oh,
should
okay,
have
yeah,
came.
Yeah,
The left guard should have came over.
yeah, these. Yeah,
And then double teamed and then just reinforced that gap to run through.
yeah, yeah.
But it's also hard too. You're the old lineman. Your back's to the quarterback. You're doing what you think,
Exactly.
and then all of a sudden he decides to run. You don't know.
Yeah,
where
once-
So maybe that was a hesitation, right? He saw it. Maybe he was like, it's hard to see because you need to see the whole field.
Yeah.
Maybe like Evans wanted to throw it, but it was covered. So he decided, okay, I'm going to try to make something happen with my legs.
Yeah. So you see the left guard. He actually does come. Now he's coming to pick up 41.
It's too late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's too late.
He
But
takes three. Yeah, because 41 just gets inside.
but only because Evans stepped up. If Evans stayed back here, that would have given the guard maybe enough time to pick up 41.
Yeah.
Right. So. Yeah.
It looks bad, right?
It does look
Looks
bad.
good.
Three
Definitely.
guys, you get a sack. Okay, next sack is the third of 5. Okay, so let's look at
That's just Jake Serezna.
replay. So, what do you think? Did he hold on too long here?
5 coming in, and then well,
Not much.
And they look confused. I mean, look at
I don't know, Roland. If he can do it at full speed,
Okay.
How many seconds does he have?
Okay, let's go back to the original.
Full speed.
angle. Okay, full speed.
1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah,
3, 4 seconds.
not even 4. I think 3.
3.5, 3 and a bit.
it's 59 Perkins, right?
I don't know.
He's just standing there looking. He looked like he didn't know who he was supposed to get.
So they rush 4 and then one late guy. Oh, the late guy pulls up.
Serezna's already beat Pearson right there. 2 steps in, he's by Pearson. Look at that. He's already by. Unless Pearson holds him, he's by. 41 is really kind of having his way with Broxton, but Broxton recovers. And then Perkins. His guy, look at that. Perkins is like totally almost overrun the block, and the guy's coming now. Perkins had him, then the guy just disengages with ease. And then forces Evans right to Serezna.
Perkins is 54.
59. Look, he looks like he's got the guy.
Which one's 59? The left tackle?
Yep, Mazel goes right behind him. No, he's the right tackle.
right
Mazel goes behind him. and he's got the guy. The guy's got his hands on Perkins. Perkins got him, got the leverage, and Evans looks like he's got a throwing lane. Mazel's covered, but maybe there's somebody past him. But look at Sresna's already beat Pearson 54, and then Perkins guy just leaves him and takes away the one escape gap because then in 45s there, like Evans had nowhere to go.
Yeah. Well, 59 doesn't know where Evans is at this point, right?
No, but stay with your guy.
Yeah.
Now he look like, oh my gosh, my guy left. I mean, stay with your guy. He looked like he just let the guy go. Like, okay, I'm done. I held for 3 seconds. Stay with your guy. The minute you feel your guy disengaged, get your hands back on him if you can without holding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not easier said. Of course, it's easier said than done, but stay with him longer.
Yeah. But 90 in this case, 94 is the one that's
causes all the commotion.
Yeah. And like you said, right, it was just one swim move on the left guard right here. That move there basically beat the guard.
Yep.
So this sack, I would say, is on the O-line. On the left guard in particular, right?
Left guard? Yeah, Pearson, yeah.
Yeah, 54, right? Because he was beat. Yeah. All right.
It's almost hard to comment because you need to see where the receivers are and who the hot one is, and if there's any receivers open, and was he double clutching? It's just hard when you just see the line play. It looks really bad.
Yeah.
Like you don't know if it's a coverage sack, you know if it's protection, you don't know if it was just indecision by the quarterback.
Because at this point, Evans doesn't know that this guy's free. Right, because he's looking to the right, right? So,
blindside.
Yeah, he doesn't know he's free.
He's looking right.
Yeah, even now he doesn't know he's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, until he gets tackled here, right? Because he came from behind him. So,
it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I would
definitively.
Yeah.
We're just kind of guessing.
Yeah.
A bit, to some degree.
All right. So that was sack number 3. This is sack number 4. Oh.
Okay, we're way too many now. We're in 4. That's too many.
Yeah. So.
Geez, it looks like 3 all over again.
Yeah. Let's take a look at another angle.
They're rushing 3.
And then the fourth one takes the check down. Takes the person releasing.
Yep. And again, Suit Chung is standing there with nobody because nobody came. They were going 3. He should have gone to help Perkins.
And no one is spying the quarterback because they're not afraid of him taking off.
Nope.
Yeah, but you see here, the running back chips the defensive end, I think, right? Chips him, but he misses. So he's supposed to chip him and slow him down and give 59 a better chance to reorient himself. But he completely misses. You see?
Yeah, all 59 could do is hold.
Yeah.
Which he didn't give much to his credit.
And then at this point, he grabs the jersey of Evans, and that's it. Evans can't do anything. So, had Mitzel chipped him properly, maybe 59 would have been able to prevent him from getting to the quarterback.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Is this legal here?
Yeah, it's not a horse collar. He's grabbing him by the armpit of the jersey, like below the nameplate, I think.
Yeah.
I thought it was a horse collar. I was hoping, but no. When I saw the replay, I said, no, he's got the sleeve.
All right. So that's sack number 4. Let's take a look at sack number 5. So again, he steps up here. He steps up into the pocket.
Rushing 3, again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
Nope. If they can get pressure with that D line with
yeah.
3, I'm worried about Thursday. I really am.
Yeah.
Wow, the 90 just walked
Yeah.
two
So
guys.
who did he beat? Who did 90? Was that the left guard again? Yeah, that's the left guard. Left guard was beat. Tries to step up to avoid,
Yeah.
but no chance. So, yeah, it didn't seem like Evans was holding on too long. I think he didn't really have a chance. You know, out of the 5 sacks, were there any that Evans held too long?
Well, again, I would like to say probably sack number 2, because I thought I saw a receiver over on that right sideline or to Evans' right.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not seeing it at game speed when we do the replay, and I don't know what Evans saw or didn't see when all that's in his face. So
Yeah.
maybe sack number 2 he held on too long, because it looked to me as if he had a guy open.
Yeah. 1,000, 1,000. Yeah. Not much time.
Because his safety valve's staying in the block, but he doesn't do anything. So, I mean, as a running back, you stay in the block, you've eliminated one ball target, and you mess up your block, now you're strike 2, right?
Yeah.
Your quarterback is on his back.
Yeah.
And then, look at Chunkin Perker just standing there looking. I hate that as a fan. It just, my pet peeve is watching O-linemen, like, what happened as their quarterback's laying flat on his back looking up at them? I hope they helped him up.
Yeah. I think they did.
Because I remember a lot of Lions teams, the quarterbacks, Mike Riley was on his back a lot, and no, not one O-lineman helped him. Angus Reid was famous for walking away. Can I call it Angus Reid if he doesn't play anymore?
You can, yeah. All right. So next play I want to show you is controversial. This was where Cornelius threw the ball away, but it looked like it was a lateral, and we actually recovered the ball. But it was so we recovered here. But I think it went to the command center. They reviewed it and they said that was an incomplete forward pass.
Yeah, because I think on one angle that they showed it was ahead of the 45, and his body's on the 45.
I'm not
No, his
sure.
body is
Okay, let's
on the
see.
46,
Okay, he's still moving here.
and then he throws
Okay,
it.
this is where he releases the ball, and he's standing here, right? Kind of along this line. So that would be the
46?
46-yard line. And let's see where the ball lands.
And the ball landed on the 46.25 yard line.
Yeah. I just know the TSN guy said he was standing, and it went ahead of where he was standing. So I'm like,
Slightly.
Okay, slightly.
But again, it's hard to, we get the TV angle versus
Yeah.
every replay angle that the command center gets,
it's
right?
right here. If you draw a line that looks like slightly
2-3
ahead,
inches, it went ahead.
slightly ahead, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So, what's the rule here? Because his hand before he released the ball, his hand was, there's a forward motion on his hand.
Wasn't a passing motion. It's got to be a forward pass.
Yeah. But his hand got obstructed by the
Yeah,
BC
so it wasn't
defender
really a
there.
pass, but then
So if it gets
they
obstructed,
ruled it incomplete, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah.
But I'm just wondering, is it if the ball landed here, would that be a fumble? Even though he was trying to pass forward, but his hand was impeded.
If you pass backwards, it's a lateral.
Yep.
Yeah. So he was passing forward, but his hand
And he
was
passed
impeded.
forward, it's just incomplete.
But his
Yeah,
hand
'cause
was
his
impeded.
body was almost turned like he was passing forward, and then his arm gets
Yeah.
knocked, so the ball takes a different trajectory. But
Yeah. So is it just where the ball lands? It doesn't matter what his body's doing.
It's where the ball is going.
Yeah.
and you know, was his hand in a forward motion? I think they ruled that it was, because you could see it in one of the replays. It was going forward, but then I remember them saying something about the ball.
But the
The
forward,
hand is going forward, but did the ball leave it going forward?
yeah. But the forward, the hand moving forward is irrelevant if we're saying that it's wherever the ball lands, right?
Well, it's the direction where the ball is going. that's like that's dictated by where the ball lands.
Yeah.
The travel of the ball has to be forward.
Yeah.
Right. But here's the thing. If his arm's going forward and it gets impeded and it changes the trajectory of the ball and the ball goes sideways and lands sideways.
It's the flight of the ball. Doesn't matter about his arm. Like
right,
he wasn't.
He's got the hand up here and he's going and the ball's still here and the ball is and his arm is going forward. But say something impedes it and causes the ball to go that way. So now the ball's trajectory is now lateral or sideways or lateral looking past, but it was due to the impeding of the hand.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, he didn't get in consideration.
I don't think his hand was really going forward much because he was cocking it and he was trying to get it going forward. Right?
Because it looked like his wrist did do this, I think, in one of the replays. I think that was what the TSN guys were saying.
Let's see if it's...
I mean, it's hard to say, right? Okay. He was already, like, they already had contact around him. He pump faked earlier. They already had contact on him, and he's just trying to get rid of it. Yeah. Like, there's already, like, contact. I don't even think he can... I think it's TJ Lee there. I don't even think he could...
No, it's Josh Woods.
Josh Wood. I don't even think he could have passed it forward. Here. Yeah, I mean...
So
I don't know.
He was trying to throw the ball, and I don't think he's trying to throw laterally. He's trying to throw forward. But
well, he is kind of facing
lateral, but I mean that's also due to Betts twisting his legs around trying to pull him down too.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to twist out. He's trying to... Okay, right now he's kind of facing backwards. He's trying to face toward the sideline and throw it out.
Yeah.
But he still is... I mean, look where his body is. He's facing backwards, or he's facing at an angle toward the back. Anyways, I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't really... I mean,
but I guess the
like
question...
you said earlier, Arthur, it's 50-50, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
It's a 50-50 call.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do they take into consideration? Is it just cut and dry where the ball lands, or is it, was he in this motion? Was it,
if you can figure out this command center and the consistency of their calls, you let me know.
I'll apply for a job there.
It's just a 50-50. I think it's a 50-50 thing. Yeah.
But
you think? I don't even think they spend this much time looking at it as we've been talking about it.
No, they didn't. Not even a commercial break.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's because they knew the rules. We're kind of guessing what the rules should be. But it makes sense if it's where the ball lands.
That's a big leap. It's a big leap of faith there.
Okay. All right. So this next play is a little bit sad. This is where, Cornelius was spent a lot of time on the ground this game. This was one of those times that he was on the ground. It's an incomplete, but
whoa! Yes, I saw that. The ref helped him up.
Yeah. So when I saw this during the game broadcast, I was feeling, man. Like what you said earlier, Greg. Where are the linemen? The offensive lineman is not a single one there to help him up, and it was the ref who helps him up.
Yep, and I remember Shooter saying, like, just look at the body language. If you could leave it on there, he just shakes it there. See, he's shaking his head like, man. And this is only the third quarter, and he just looks. I think what did they say? He looks like he's checked out, that he's done. And here comes the old lineman. What's he saying to him? Like, sorry, oops, my guy, my bad. What did he say?
Yeah,
it's okay. We'll get him next time. What did he say? You wonder, because Cornelius didn't even acknowledge it.
That's tough.
Hard to say.
It's tough to see that. I mean, it's tough as a CFL fan to see a team like Edmonton do so badly like this, right?
Sorry, I don't share that. I have a very vivid memory of Hugh Campbell turning on the water sprinklers on a clear day on a grass field in Commonwealth to get the massive edge, and getting calls for decades for the double E. So I don't feel sorry, Maryland. I don't feel sorry for the Elks at all.
No, it's not the Elks. It's the Elk.
Elk.
The elk, one elk.
Like the Leafs.
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for them. I think they've had their run of good fortune and a whole bunch of calls. They didn't call it the Campbell Football League for nothing, right, guys?
Yeah,
Not our Rick Campbell, but Hugh.
yeah. But I was
Well, I really hope my mom might have gone to go get a beverage right now, because I don't know if that's going to be going over well next time you have dinner with my mom there, Arthur. But in all seriousness, yeah, I mean Edmonton has had their run, but just for the sake of the league,
yeah,
it would be nice if they were 3-3, 2-4, something. I mean, this is, just for sheer league health, you would like to see them a little bit better.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, they still got what 20-some thousand fans to the game.
This game, did they count?
Yeah.
Did they count? Because there were a lot of empty seats. There might have been tickets sold or season's ticket holders that just didn't show up.
Maybe they counted garbage. They counted paper bags as people.
They just put the bags over the back of the seat.
And maybe they count as two. I don't know. But I think for the health of the league, Greg, you want your major centers to be good teams. So BC, Toronto, Montreal have good teams.
Fine, but at the same time, when the NFL plays their 32 teams, there's a stinker of a team. You can hide it. Here, you can't hide it, right?
Well,
And I mean, for just ratings and what, yeah, you want your major centers, but at least give the major center a game, right? Again, I can't be the only one out there wanting more. Like Roland said, even though they played well, it just feels like the lines didn't show up. I don't know. Like again, it's just like. I look forward to games every week, whether it's a Lions game. It doesn't matter if I love the CFL, right? And I mean, yeah, we're a little bit Lions slanted here because, hey, we're three local Vancouver guys. But I love this league, and it would just be nice if all the teams, I mean, yeah, Edmonton can be the bottom, they can be the doormat, but at least have a couple wins.
Yeah,
and just,
at least have
you feel for the guy right there, a little.
Yeah,
I don't feel anything for the evil empire. Sorry, Greg. I don't. Honest, I don't. I mean, hey, you can't have all these like top tier teams. You're gonna need. I mean, Toronto is what 6-0.
Yeah.
BC is now. BC now
6-1.
is 6-1, and like Winnipeg's 5-2. Like if you have three teams like that, dominant teams, guess what? You're gonna have a few teams 1-5, 1-6, 0-5, 0-6.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes.
Yeah, I'm just saying it'd be nice if they weren't 0
Yeah, that's
for the last 5 years. That's all.
1-5 is better than 0-6. Right? At least you got with that one win. That the fans can.
Don't worry, they're called the City of Champions, Greg. Come on,
But
don't worry about that. Don't worry
I
about
am
that.
surprised that Chris Jones hasn't taken a job elsewhere, as is his MO.
Maybe
He's actually looks like he's seeing this thing through.
nobody wants him. Not after this.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
I mean, where was he when he bailed? His last job, he was a high school coach, and then he bailed on them to come back up here.
Yeah.
I can't respect that, but hey, that's another show.
Yeah. But anyways, for some lighter side of things, I want to show you a couple things. Get your feedback on this. This was after a touchdown.
The Frito-Lay.
Let's Lays. Come on, Lays.
Yeah,
Lays.
Frito-Lay.
After a touchdown, they decided to take over these seats, and I guess these chips were just lying around there, so they needed to pick it up so they don't crush it. So at least.
Oh no, they just eradicated the bag anyway. Because I think on the way to the locker room, they asked McKinnon what his favorite chips were, and he says he's a Doritos guy, but it wasn't him that opened them. I think it was Lucky.
Did he actually open it? Okay.
He opened the
they
plain
go,
ones. Opened the plain ones. It's a nice shot.
It is a nice shot. But
I
whoever.
remember I read a posting, and somebody's wondering if they're going to get fined like Calgary did when they jumped into something like that.
Okay, next shot. I think this you're gonna like this.
Whoa.
So he didn't dress for this game, but he still had a job.
you know what? I could say a lot of funny things here, but this speaks volumes to me. From a camaraderie point of view, this speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Look at that brace. Look at that brace. He's walking around with that brace. He had every excuse to say, you know what? I'm resting it.
Yeah. But that's our leader. And, you know, he's nowhere near as good as Nathan Rourke. But look at the impact he's had on the team.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So when I saw this clip, I thought I needed to show you guys this.
Yeah, I think they showed a clip almost like that, the Coors chill moment of chill or something. But
yeah, that was that.
No, that speaks volumes. I mean, if anybody saw the arrow up of him taking the guys down to his home in Tacoma, that's one thing. I mean, that's like he said, that's putting your family out there to people. But that is like, again, the way Rourke let his play do the talking. That's Vernon letting his I'm one of you guys do the talking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's servant leadership, right? Yeah. He's a leader, but he's no qualms about being the water boy. You know,
No.
Yeah.
And I do believe that comes from a good, strong foundation of faith in that man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Props to you, VA. Props.
Yeah, good job, VA. All right, talking about good jobs, now it's time for Greg, your passion corner. So
it's props and poop time.
Take it away, Greg.
Welcome, Leo's Legion, to the Passion Corner here, where we give the props and we give the poops. So this game is pretty hard to find some poops. I mean, 27-0. I might say poop because I wanted 50. But you know what? Let's single out some of our players. And the first player we are teeing up is who we got, Ro. Bring up that graphic here. We've got Mr. Justin McInnes, the first touchdown of the game that kind of, I guess, broke it open. Passion point here. You're stepping in for Dominic Rhymes, and I got to give you credit on that replay. I talked about it earlier. You went up there, you attacked the ball at its highest point, and I got to say that was one of the ugliest thrown balls. No offense, Dane Evans, but it was wobbling. But you went up there, Justin, and you grabbed it by both ends of that football, and it was locked solid up there. You didn't do the textbook catch it with your hands and bring it down and secure it in the body. You secured it up there where not one of those DBs were going to strip it away. You went up there hungry, you brought it down, 7 points. Big passion point. Props to you, Jay McInnes. Now, the second passion point, we got to go to the other side of the ball. The donut guys. We got to go to Manny Rugamba with his sack. He put the moves on the guy, got held, still got in there to take down a quarterback that probably out-heights him and outweighs him. So, Manny, since you come back from that injury, you've been on fire. You and Mojay, you guys roomed together in the first year. I remember seeing that on Arrow Up. I don't know if you're rooming together now, but love the way you guys are playing. You let them know that you're here. If you're not covering, you're laying down the hit stick. Love it. Big props to you, Manny. And now I gotta find a poo point, and I'm doing this a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I'm doing this to hopefully start a roll again. We're calling you out one more time, Mr. Matthew Betts. Roughing the quarterback. Marginal, but hey, you know what? I'm throwing the poop out there at you because when I called you out that first time, you went on a tear. So it's time to go on a tear again. Winnipeg's right around the corner. Zach Caleros is well rested. Let's make him run. Let's make him hide. Let's make him scared. Bring it back, Matthew Betts. And before we shut this down, I got to do my honorable and dishonorable mention. Started that last week. Honorable mention for prop and a poop point. It's got to go to my man, Mr. Keon Hatcher. That trick play in the beginning of the game. Whew, what arm strength. You didn't step into it. You didn't put your hip into it. You were standing flat-footed and you launched a bomb. That was my prop. But my poop, you missed the target. He was wide open. But hey, I'm going to give you a little bit of slack. You're a receiver, not a QB. But man, I would have loved to have seen that start the game off with a bang. And then maybe I wouldn't have been so greedy wanting my 50 points, Arthur, because that would have been just a nice way to watch the game, a little bit more entertaining. And my dishonorable mention, we just finished going through them. 5 sacks, 2 or more were on a 3-man rush. Come on, O-line. You got to tighten it up. You got to clean it up. You got to pick it up. Winnipeg is coming, and they're going to be gunning for your quarterback. Dane Evans may not be as mobile. I'd rather see him upright than looking up at the sky in Winnipeg. So come on, O-line, pick it up. That's it for the corner. I'm out.
Awesome. Wonderful, Greg. Yeah, that trick play, I thought was, it would have been nice if he caught it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who I was talking to earlier in the week. I'm not going to mention any names. Arthur. But he didn't think it was necessary. I mean, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. But it was fun. It was fun. I mean, entertainment value.
And you need to practice it. And, there's one thing about practicing that play in practice, but, executing that play in the game sets you up so that we can pull it out later. When we're playing against someone who's a lot more, challenging than Edmonton, right?
Yeah, at least Winnipeg has to think about it now, maybe. Speaking of which, what do you guys think? That game is Thursday. A couple days away.
Yeah.
And I think we boarded the plane today. We've only had a few days rest. I mean, yeah, okay, Edmonton wasn't too taxing, but hey, the contact is still the contact. The hits are still the hits. Edmonton, yeah, no wins, but they still hit you. They still have jobs to do. Are we rested up enough? I mean, hey, we went into Winnipeg on a short week 3, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken. That was a short week.
Yeah.
But we didn't go in there with a backup quarterback, and we didn't go in there with an O-line looking, dare I say, a tad bit more than suspect.
Yeah.
Sacks on a 3-man rush?
Yeah.
Really?
I think that's our weakest point right now in the whole team, the entire team. Our weakest link is the O-line. If we can fix the O-line, then I think we should be able to get a win against Winnipeg. Our defense team is solid. Our special teams is not making stupid mistakes anymore. So yeah, I'm just the O-line, and if our defense can get more sacks, that would put pressure on Collaros and make them make mistakes. Right?
We're talking to you, Mr. Betts.
Well, I would say pass protection. I mean, Smoke got 117 yards.
Yeah.
Rushing. So I think their run blocking is decent.
Yes.
And mind you, Edmonton's run defense isn't great.
Yeah.
But
they don't have a Mr. Big Hill back there.
Well, yeah. So I think it's their pass protection, or maybe scheme. I think maybe Evans holds on to the ball a little long. Maybe he could be more nimble when the pocket is collapsing and all hell is breaking loose. Maybe he can scramble.
Yeah.
This is CFL. The quarterback has to create something
exactly
in the back when the protection breaks down.
Instead of stepping up into the pocket, which we saw him do a lot, he can pull out to the side and extend the play, right?
Yeah, roll out, because I mean he had some great success against Saskatchewan doing that when they were rushing 3 and making hell up the middle, right? So that's up to Jordan Mack and Mr. Bates. Get something down quickly and get it working so we can keep Mr. Evans healthy.
Yeah. So I think I'd like to see us do a lot of runs. Get Smoke going down Winnipeg's throat. Big Hill's not as scary as he was before.
No, but he's still effective.
He's still effective, but I think if we can establish the ground game, then we'll be able to get the ball to our receivers.
Well, I'm thinking Rhymes should be back next week, but then do you sit McInnes or do you dress McInnes? I mean, I wouldn't mind having those 2 targets to throw to. I mean,
Have we ever played with both of them? I thought
we did it in a preseason game. I remember that, but I don't know if we played a regular season with both of them on the field at the same time.
Because if we have them both, then who comes out? Kotoy?
Or you play with an empty backfield for a play or 2, right? You put 5 receivers. You put Hollins, Whitehead, Hatcher, Kotoy, McInnes, and Rhymes. That's 6 receivers.
Yeah.
I mean I mean, maybe it makes Winnipeg nervous or a defensive coordinator. Maybe it doesn't.
If I were the defense, I'm gonna blitz and get the sack.
You'll blitz 3 guys, confuse our O-line, and get the sack. Yeah. But maybe you can find one hot receiver in there. I don't know. But it'd just be neat to see that height, you know.
Yeah.
Or when it's like, you know, inside the 10-yard line, put them both on the field. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they sit Terry Williams and let one of their receivers return punts and kicks.
Like Mr. Whitehead or Mr. Hollins.
That's true.
Or Hatcher. Hatcher's returned some, right?
Yep. Or
So
you put Marcus Sales back there. I don't know. Sit Williams, yeah. I mean,
maybe.
As long as Sales
Williams
doesn't drop
hasn't
the
set my
ball.
world on fire. What's that?
As long as Sales doesn't drop the ball.
Oh, yeah. So are we going to be bold for a prediction against Winnipeg? I'm right now, I'm not predicting. I'm hoping. I'm hoping for a win. Again, 1 week at a time. Campbell has said this team is great right now at playing in the moment. So they didn't look past Edmonton. Like I think Arthur was right in all seriousness. Like, you know, let's just get this game out of the way, play well. But now they got to take it up a couple notches now.
Yeah.
Well, you got a short week again going into Winnipeg. The schedule maker is not doing Lions any favors.
No, heck no.
You know, and then you're going in with your backup quarterback. So, and you know, it's smart for them not to rush VA back for this because you know they're going to target that knee.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just another week that he can get healthy and stabilize that knee, and so yeah, I think I think it's gonna be a really tight game. You know, I don't think I think Winnipeg is healthy and they're coming off a bye, so
And they'll be angry from last time.
yeah, and you know, like this is the second game that BC has to go in there, so if they have any designs on the hosting the Western Final, they have to win this game.
Yeah.
They being the Leos.
Winnipeg.
Oh, Winnipeg. Okay.
Then the Lions would take the season series,
Yep.
and then Lions would be 2 wins ahead. So
Yep.
for Winnipeg to beat the Lions, they'd have to have one more win than the Lions.
So I hope the Lions D knows that. I mean, there's Schoen we got to remember. We got to watch Dembski. We got to watch Oliveira out of the backfield. I mean, the defense.
Yeah.
Let's prove that we're a top tier defense and show up against Winnipeg like you do. I mean, okay, yeah, you beat Edmonton, you beat Saskatchewan, but that's a different animal, right?
Yeah.
Well, they did beat Winnipeg in Winnipeg
Yeah.
early this season on a short week. So I think they've already proven
Yeah.
that they can beat
Yeah.
top teams.
I think
Yeah, but then the next week they go into Toronto. They got.
Well, I mean, one week at a time, dude. 1 week at a time,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And then,
I mean,
I
you're
know
saying
it's
they've shown they can beat Winnipeg defensively.
Yeah.
So-
But I just hope they just bring that again. Again, short week
Yeah.
in the first few weeks of the season is different than a short week after 5 or 6 more games, right?
I mean, but there is an advantage in a short week in that you maintain your intensity. With a bye week, you kind of lose your intensity.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
So
I'd rather have the bye week at home versus a road team who was on the road previously on Saturday, coming back on the road on Thursday. I'd be the home team 10 out of 10 times off a bye.
okay, another bold prediction from me. I hope this doesn't go like last week. Predicting 2 sacks by Betts, 1 by Woody Barron, so 3 sacks total for BC, and at least one touchdown by Hatcher. So that's my prediction.
Okay, I like that, but I'm gonna add. I will say if we can be so bold, a touchdown on the ground in addition to a touchdown by Hatcher.
Okay.
So I'm predicting at least 2 offensive touchdowns.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying we're just going to get 1 touchdown, but I'm saying 1 touchdown by Hatcher.
Yeah. 1 by Hatcher, 1 by Mizell.
Okay.
Or on the ground. It might be Dane Evans or Dominic Davis on a short sneak. Who knows? But on the ground.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's it for our episode today. Great discussion, guys. You guys watching, thanks for watching our show. And if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe.
And let us know, did you agree with our points of view? Is that yardage too much, too little? Was that a forward pass? Was it incomplete? Let us know.
Yeah. Love to hear from
Arthur
you.
likes to argue. Love you guys, man.
Okay. Take care, guys. See you next time.
Have a good one.
Good night.
Bye-bye.